The Executive Director Center for Citizens with Disability, David Ayele, says it is not correct to refer to physically challenged persons as vulnerable individuals, but rather they should be referred to as people with disability, as according to him, disability is not a disease. He stated this at an event organized by the center in Abuja to commemorate 1 year anniversary of the passage and signing into law of Disability Act in Nigeria. Clever TV's Rose Alduna reports.
The Disability Act, according to David Anyele, which took over 18 years before its passage into law, will prohibit all forms of discrimination against people with disability in the country and also promote inclusiveness of the PWDs in every sphere of the society. Speaking with journalists, Center for Citizens with Disability Executive Director Anyele lauded everyone who played a pivotal role in ensuring that the bill was passed into law. He, however, wants the media to ensure more and effective reportage of issues that concern people living with disability in the country. Anyele believes that the essence of the Act is to ensure that the rights of people with disability are adequately protected.
Able to secure the media. If we're able to get a buy-in from the media, the implementation of this act will be stress-free. What that means is that whenever the media is analyzing, be it feature, be it editorial, be it engagement or media chat with the president or media chat with any of the ministry, department, or agency, they will have material using disability islands to engage. And when we get media people who can engage using disability islands, then we can say that we're on the table. So we are asking the media to, to construct the narrative in such a way that terminologies that trigger discrimination will be removed.
In an interview with Clearview TV, the executive director further noted that the most challenging situation for the physically challenged in the society is that of accessibility, adding that the disability law provides that every high-rise public structure in the country be provided with an elevator for the PWDs.
And what is so important about this act is that it prohibits discrimination on the grounds of disability, because Section 42 of the Nigerian Constitution prohibits discrimination on different grounds, but is silent on the grounds of disability. It also compels the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture to roll out awareness creation, publicity around this act, in particular, success stories of people with disabilities, their contribution to nation building. These are the role of the ministry. And also, we expect the President Muhammadu Buhari to establish the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities as in line in the provisions of the Act. And we are asking the federal government to declare January 17 as National Disability Day, so as to sustain the momentum, encourage stakeholders to begin to behave in such a way that no one is left behind in development by reason of disability. The government should first of all implement the Act, because the Act provides that public bus stops must be made accessible to people with disabilities. The vehicle itself must be disability friendly. The vehicle should have aids in the vehicle that indicates that supports the blind and the deaf. When government does that, the issue of queuing in a bus stop will just fall into place.
Also, one of the resource persons and a sound editor who spoke with Clearview TV, Edithan Ojo, called for education of Nigerians on the Disability Act to promote rapid implementation of the law.
So it's very important that all Nigerians are aware of these provisions of the Act, the consequences for violations of the provisions of the Act. And I think that the media is uniquely placed to create this awareness and enlightenment that will ensure that the Act is effectively implemented and achieves its purpose. The government also has the responsibility to provide resources to create awareness around the Act. The Act gives the Federal Ministry of Information the primary responsibility for creating public enlightenment. And Federal Ministry of Information works directly with the media, so that provides a good opportunity for the ministry to deploy some resources to ensure that the government makes resources available, and those are channeled into ensuring that media organizations have the resources to promote the act.
The Center for Citizens with Disability also plans to engage in vibrant sensitization exercise to ensure that law enforcement agencies comply with the Disability Act. It also wants 5% of the workforce in every public office to be set aside for people living with disabilities. Rose Audu, reporting for Clearview Television.